Kaiju number 8, season 2, episode 1.
Yes.
What a mouthful that was.
Yes.
But
really, really great start. It covers chapters 39 and 40, which seems kind of deep considering that's like a third through of the series practically.
Yeah, so this can be found in Volume 5, which is the pink one with Commander Narumi on the cover. It's about halfway through this volume. But when you think about it, they only covered 2 chapters. They added a bunch of detail and stuff and scenery and build up to a lot of these kaijus. Like the kaiju that Narumi takes out in this episode is in 3 panels of the manga.
Yes.
So they added a lot with that. And the opening scene to this episode was an added scene that wasn't in the manga. So it starts off with Hoshina and Mina both in the ruins of the 3rd Division's base. And they're talking about, kind of like everything that's happened, the destruction and all that. And the thing is, they end with it and they say, well, we're going to rebuild. And that's kind of where we go on to kind of like where the stuff with the manga starts.
And there's also the Kafka dream sequence you're missing there. Kafka's, he's still in captivity. It opens, that's after his dream. Kafka's has a dream pretty much that the 3rd Division is just pissed at him because he's a kaiju, and they all begin to attack him, and Mina's like, we're gonna execute this kaiju, and she's pissed at him, and then they start shooting, and he's like, no, please, I don't want to fight you, and then he grows gigantic into this like Dai Kaiju size Kaiju number 8, and it's a really crazy sequence, like total destruction, and then he wakes up and he's like, oh, it was just a dream. He's like, I just I need to make sure I don't lose control. So he's
still reeling from that fight with Commander Shinomiya. Yeah. Where he did lose control and had to regain it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are 2 added scenes.
And that's all we get of Kafka this episode too.
Yeah. Rest of the episode really focuses. Well, he does come back at the end, but the rest of the episode really focuses on this new Commander Narumi of the 1st Division. So we have Shinomiya. She's being brought into
Kikaru.
Kikaru Shinomiya. I know I gotta stop using last names because there's multiple characters with the same last name. But she's being led by Vice Commander Hegasawa, I believe, if I'm pronouncing
the big tall bald guy.
Yes. And he's like, you've been sent to the 1st Division until your 3rd Division base has been reestablished. We are the most well-known division of Japan, which is the capital of kaiju attacks. So, we're well-known. We're even known across the world, over in America as well. So, it's a big honor for you to be here. It's very, very, he's building this up as this is very, very serious. You should be honored, all this stuff. Let me introduce you to your new commander, Narumi. Opens up the door, blanket over his head, eyes wide open. He's playing video games, and he's like, I just need to get to platinum level. I just need to get to platinum rank.
Yeah. And
he's like, oh, I got 4 kills, and I got 5 kills and 4 assists. I'm going to get platinum rank. So the doors closes. Hasegawa's just like, if you'll just excuse me for a moment. Goes in, closes the door. Kicks him out of the thing, destroys his PS5. And he's like, you can't do this to me. He's like, I'm your commander. he's like, I am in charge of you. I just make sure that you're. Basically, Hasegawa's job is just like, this guy's the best fighter that we have. He's our nation's treasure, but he is complete and utter screw up and cannot take care of himself. Yes. That is your job.
He's in a room full of like Gundam models.
Yeah, he just has Gunpla just like stacked everywhere in the room.
Yeah.
So he's like, didn't I tell you to clean this room? We're having people over. And he's like, you can't tell me what to do. This is my own quarters. And he goes, this is the JDF's property. Like, no, you need to keep it clean. And he's like, no one cares if I keep it clean except for you. He's like, why don't you clean it up? And he goes, okay. 2 claps. Cleaning crew comes in, starts putting things in trash bags. And he's like, wait, no, my models. You're ruining them. I'll do it. Like, he's just a complete, just, like, your stereotypical, like, nerd, like...
He's a child.
Yeah, like, just can't take care of himself at all. So then... Shinomiya is introduced. Hikaru Shinomiya is introduced, and he's like, "Oh, like you're trying to gun to be the best out there."
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, it's me. I'm the best. You're never gonna be better than me." He's like, "You should just give up right now."
And she's like, "I gotta. This is the guy I'm supposed to follow." Like,
yeah, but she knows that he is the best. So she's just like, "All right, I just gotta learn from him. Take everything I can from him." And then I will be the best. I need to be the best for my family. So, alarms go off. There is a kaiju. And we get this opening sequence for this brand new kaiju. We've never seen a design like this ever. Super unique. And, it's like a giant lizard thing that, like, swims in the water. And it's got these, like, stegosaurus spines on its back. And it comes out of the water and just starts destroying like a bridge, and it's got like a roar. I've never heard of a kaiju like that ever. Definitely not inspired by anything.
It was clearly Godzilla, but not Godzilla.
It was like an albino Godzilla.
It gave me like Kamada-kun Godzilla vibes. Like, it's got that like tan skin with like the reddish bloody plates. I was like, if they kept the Kamada-kun like color scheme throughout like Shin Godzilla's evolution and like didn't like turn it into like the final form Shin Godzilla, I'm like, I feel like that's kind of like what it would look like.
Yeah. So like in the manga, like, let's see if I can get to focus. Like this is the top shot that we get of it. So it is kind of a Godzilla design in the comic. Here's the head-on design. Let's see if I get it to focus.
There you go.
There we go. Like, it's vaguely Godzilla designed in the manga, but like it seems so much wider in the manga. But in the anime, it's Godzilla.
Yeah, it's pretty slim. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more slimlined, definitely more thing. But yeah, I mean, they're trying to establish this guy's power level.
Yeah, like the head's a little more different than your typical Godzilla. It's like a little like pointier, I felt like, and
yeah. So First Division rolls up. Everyone just stands there and waits.
I mean, like they're blasting it with tanks, and it's like doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's doing nothing. Narumi comes down. He's got this awesome, like, it's like a bayoneted rifle, but like it's like a giant sword, like almost like it's almost like the chainsaw guns, like the Lancers from Gears of War, but it's a giant like blade instead. Yeah. He like shoves it into the kaiju, one shot, boom. Thing just explodes. It was very reminiscent of the first episode of Kaiju No. 8, where Kafka just like punches the kaiju and then it's just the blood rain.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It was the same thing with the blood rain. So they're trying to like really establish like this guy is next level.
Yeah.
And he also has. I'm not going to get into spoilers here yet, but you do notice he's got like really like his eyes change.
Yeah, like he was talking to Kikaru like before this whole attack here on the flight there, and he's talking to her, and he's like still got his hair down, but like as the door opens, he like slicks his hair up and it gets all spiky, and then his eyes are all lit up, and he's like, now it's time for me to be serious. Like he's like I don't want your listening to like my orders. He's like, I don't need you doing this, I don't need you doing that. He's like, I just need you to be the most powerful you can be and kill kaiju. That's all I need from you. He's like, I don't need anything else.
Yes. Yeah. So goes back to the next day. They're in the base. They open up the newspaper article. Well, Narumi opens up the newspaper article because he's the only one who cares about this. And they have a picture of Mina, and I guess there's like a subplot in the article where they're talking about how her base was destroyed.
Yeah.
But she gets the big picture, and then he gets this little itty bitty picture at like the bottom of the article, and he's like, if you don't read the article, it looks like she killed the kaiju, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's freaking out. He's like, I did everything. She wasn't even there.
Yeah.
What? He's like, well, why does she get the spotlight in the articles and I don't? As you can see, he's a very, very jealous, gatekeepy guy.
And then Kiku was like, aren't you supposed to be in like some sort of meeting? And he's like, why would I waste my time with those? And then over comes his vice captain. He's like, you're supposed to be in the meeting. And he's like, nah, I don't need to waste my time with that.
And they're like, no, you're expected to be
And
there.
then
He's like, all they do is talk about procedure there. They don't do anything in those meetings.
And then he gets dragged to the meeting, and we find out that he's got a new recruit for the team, and that's gonna be Kafka.
Yep, Kafka as Kaiju number 8 is going to be a member on the team. So Narumi just instantly just goes, no, not interested. We do not need him at all. We can just we don't need him. And they're like, Commander Shinomiya is like, no, he's going to be on your team. You're going to keep an eye on him, and he's going to contribute to taking down kaijus. So he's like, fine, but he's like, if he slips up, I'm skinning him and turning him into my new suit. Which I guess they haven't really touched on yet in this series yet, but all of these special weapons and everything that they have, the big special weapons are derived specifically from kaiju. Like, they take on the personalities of a numbered kaiju. So that's kind of what he's referencing yet. They haven't gotten super into it in the series, but this season we're probably going to be seeing it a lot, with a lot of characters getting number kaiju weapons.
And it kind of gets teased at the end of this episode, where Shinomiya and who else was going? Was Hoshina there too?
Yeah,
they're walking into a room and there's a tank, tank with some water. We don't see what's in it, but if you've read the manga, you know what's in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, watching this episode was kind of crazy because I had read the final chapter of the manga
the day before.
2 days prior. Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be the day before, but these episodes don't drop until Saturday. Yeah. Even though they say Friday, I don't know if that's on X or something, but on Crunchyroll, they come out on Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, definitely going to be doing that tomorrow, watching episode 2. But, you know, it was a really slow, methodical kind of opening to the series. I feel like they could have jumped in and tried to cover so much more, but I feel like they kind of just set up like, hey, this is where the series is going for this season. This is what we're going to be touching on. This is going to kind of be like your gateway to the series, where we're starting to get into a lot more advanced weapons, a lot more fighting techniques. And they're going to start developing a lot of these characters. I know they did a lot in the first season as well, but what I like about Kaiju number 8 is it's not just a series that, like, hey, we're going to have a couple characters, and, like, 3 or 4 of them are going to be the main characters, and then, like, the rest of them, they kind of just, like, show up here and there. They're not really that important. Like, no, all of these characters get major character development throughout the series.
Yeah.
If there's a character in here, for the most part, it's getting some type of development.
Yeah.
No one stays the same. Even in the final chapter, like, there's a time skip, and you get like a more wrap up on people. They really, really paid super close attention to everything here. So that's why this series, even if you're not going to go to the end and read the spoilers and read the manga or everything, it demands multiple rewatches because you pick up on things every single time. So that's my thoughts on this episode. I thought it was a great start to the series. I wonder where they're going to end it.
It went so quick, man. It went really quick. This episode.
There's a couple.
This episode felt
points.
like it was like 5 minutes long to me, even though it wasn't. It was a really good episode, and it
was.
sets up
It
like the
flew
action
by.
for the next episode too. Like right off the bat, like there's like an earthquake and a hole forming in the ground, so we know we're getting another big kaiju next week. I mean tomorrow, but yeah, really looking forward to it. I think it might end. My theory, I'm gonna say it ends when Kaiju number 8 just soaks some things in there at the end. I think that's where it's gonna end. I think that's gonna be the big cliffhanger there.
You mean Kaiju number 9?
Yeah, Kaiju number 9. Yeah, did I say 8? Yeah, I meant number 9.
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
8.
well, Kaiju number.
Yeah, I think that might be where
that's
they
gonna
end.
be the big ending there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure because we were talking.
I think this is gonna
last
be
night,
like
how
the
many-
Empire Strikes Back season here.
Yeah, I think that's where it could end. I'm like trying to figure out, is this going to be 4 seasons, 5 seasons? It's very hard.
It's
to track
if you
down.
think about it, it's literally already like a third through, like because it's 129 chapters, and we're on chapter 50 or 39 and 40. We're practically already a third through.
Yeah, but
The end of I'm sure, like you said, they could squeeze in more.
that final big fight
Yeah,
could be a season.
yeah,
It's like
yeah. That whole
thing could be its
that
own
whole
season.
final end game, yeah, could be the season. Honestly, I feel like they could make that would be a movie even. Like,
I don't think it's enough time.
yeah, it's a lot. There's, yeah, the end of this series, guys, is just like an epic battle. Like Dan said, like every character gets their moment. Literally, it's like all of Japan turns into a complete war zone, and we just have like chapters of epic fight after epic fight of each character gets their special fight basically, and
Yeah, so it's going to be really epic, and I have a feeling that's probably going to be its own season.
yeah, that's gonna be
fun.
some season, man.
Yeah, super excited for.
I don't know if they would do
season
longer
2.
episodes too, because I feel like even some of these fights you couldn't even cram into
You could.
one episode.
You could really do like a 45
Yeah.
minutes on each of
Yeah.
them. You really could. Yeah, I guess that wraps it up. We're excited for this season. We're gonna try to cover the whole series.
6 seasons in a
I
movie.
think. Yeah, 6 seasons in movies. That's honestly what this needs. It already has one movie, I guess technically.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
But